Hello and welcome to Sports Fan Entertainment. Here to preview the Tennessee Titans versus Pittsburgh Steelers Thursday night football game, and I have a special friend to help me do so. This is Elliot. He is a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, loyal fan. Has been a loyal fan for, years upon years upon years. So he's going to give us a real spiel on the Pittsburgh Steelers, what to expect, what we should look out for. Elliot, is there anything you want to say to the people?
Uh, Thanks for having me on, MJ. And hey, I'm always glad to talk Steelers football, man.
Okay, awesome. So we're first going to get into the injury report. So I couldn't find the updated Steelers injury report for today's Wednesday practice, but I was able to find the Titans. So I'll get into the Titans injury report first. And we have some players that are out, and this is not great. So Chris Hubbard still in the concussion protocol. He is out for this game. This means that Andre Diller is going to be back in there at left tackle. Nicholas Petit-Frere is going to be out there at right tackle again. So some more shuffling on the offensive line, which is not great. We know we have a rookie quarterback in Will Levis starting. Hopefully Diller is able to have one of his maybe better performances of the year, at least a decent performance, because, God knows we can't afford to get Levis out there hurt and starting to see ghosts or anything like that. So hopefully this Chris Hubbard injury isn't too bad. Obviously Ryan Tannehill will be out for this game, as we know already. DeAndre Hopkins showing up here with a toe injury. He is questionable. Hopefully he's ready to go. I don't have a strong indication as of this moment. I think he'll be fine. I think he will go, but God knows we need him out there. And after the performance he had on Sunday, we would absolutely love to have him out there once again. Cornerback Roger McCreary, slot corner. He's going to be out for this game. And as I said against the Falcons, this wasn't a problem to me. However, the Steelers slightly better passing game. So I'd love to have McCreary out there, but unfortunately he will be out. And then we also have Mike Brown listed as out for this game as well. So then also looking at the Steelers injury report. So the main thing to take away, Cam Hayward, he's back off of IR, so he's going to be out there. He's going to be reinvigorated and ready to go. And then Mika Fitzpatrick, he's still probably going to be out for this game with the hamstring injury. So nothing too much expected there. Also, Kenny Pickett was limited in participation for the last 2 days. I think he'll go. I don't think it's a major concern. I'd be surprised if Kenny Pickett is not out there on Thursday night. So, Elliot, I want to get your view on the Pittsburgh Steelers so far in 2023. Have you liked what you've seen? Have you been surprised with what you've seen? Or is this about what you expected the Steelers to be at this point in the year?
I have liked the defense this year. I have not really liked the offense. End of last year, the offense has started to pick up and started to become consistent. So I had some hope that we'd be better come the start of this season, but that hope has not materialized yet. Pickett is still struggling a little bit and can't really find George Pickens down the field, and we're struggling to get first downs. And so there's still a lot of room for improvement on the offensive side of the football.
So, what is your current view of Kenny Pickett? Because from an outside view, I'm still okay on Pickett. I think people are now leaning toward maybe even being out on him. He was a first round pick last year. I think you still have to give him a little bit more time. I don't think he's been awful by any stretch. It just hasn't maybe necessarily been what people would have hoped. What was your view of Kenny Pickett so far?
I think he has been fine. I am definitely not out on Kenny Pickett after 2 years and not even 2 full seasons with concussions and all that. I am out on our offensive system, but I do think that's kind of holding him back in some regards. So I can't be totally out on Pickett at this moment.
Oh, and we know the Matt Canada chants, fire Matt Canada, and all that. He
Mm-hmm.
is the public enemy number one right now, basically for Pittsburgh. So that definitely makes sense and adds to that. What is your view also of the run game? I think the run game has been a little disappointing. I was surprised to see that Najee Harris is only averaging about 3.7 yards a carry, and Jalen Warren is averaging about 3.9. Is that more attributed to the offensive line, or do you think the running backs are just not hitting the holes the way they should?
I think Najee has not taken a step forward. I don't believe he's gotten too much better since his rookie year. Jalen Warren has been fine, I think he's explosive. I think he's been fine. Part of it is on the offensive line. I feel like we've made some choices in starters that could be better. I feel like we need to lean a little more on Broderick Jones, our first round draft pick this year. I think we got to give him more snaps, and I think that might help somewhat.
Yeah, that makes sense. From the outside view, that's also true. I was also surprised to learn when I was looking at the statistics. Like, I just, you look at the scores throughout the week, and I haven't sat down and watched maybe more than two Steelers games this year. But I was shocked to learn that in terms of yards allowed, you guys are, I think, right now, like 30th. You guys have been like bending but not breaking. Is that attributed to Tomlin? Is that attributed to a lot to TJ Watt, who has 8.5 sacks already after 7 games? That's an incredible pace that he's on.
Yeah, TJ is as always amazing. I think you can attribute it somewhat to the defensive scheme of Tomlin and the defensive coordinator, but I think it's a lot of just individual players playing really well. TJ Watt again is having an amazing season. Minka Fitzpatrick was playing pretty well before he got hurt. Joey Porter Jr. has started to come around the past few games after a struggle start to the season. So guys like that are kind of just making plays left and right. Some of that's due to the system, but some of it is just they're making very clutch plays, clutch sacks, clutch interceptions, all these type of things.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then for the Titans' perspective, I'll explain our perspective going into this game. Obviously, coming off the heels of Will Levis's debut, 4 touchdown debut, and short week for him. And now he has to go up against that Steelers defense. And if there's two, maybe even I could say maybe three coaches that historically just do so well against rookie quarterbacks, I'd say one is Mike Tomlin, one is Bill Belichick, another would be Pete Carroll. For some reason, they just have an ability to really stifle these rookie quarterbacks, show them different looks. So I am anticipating Will Levis not having another 4 touchdown performance. I'd be shocked if he did that. But I was shocked on Sunday. So, I mean, I don't know. You never know. But I would expect Mike Tomlin to come with some different looks. And I think that's going to be the main thing, if anything, that would hold us back. Also, just the offensive line. I mean, our offensive line play is still not great. Luckily, Will Levis got rid of the ball, did his thing last Sunday. But, with Chris Hubbard being out, Andre Dillard being back out there, the shuffling with Nicholas Petit-Frere going back to right tackle, and then you're going up against TJ Watt. And Alex Highsmith, actually, I was surprised he hasn't been producing as much as last year, but he's still a formidable pass rusher as well. And then Cam Hayward being back. You can't help but get the feeling that the Steelers are going to bring the pressure. Will Levis, show them different looks, show them different things. Luckily for us, I mean, there's no Minka Fitzpatrick still, but it seems like the Steelers are going to come with some stuff. Yeah, so with that said, is there anything else that any sort of other insight you want to give on the Steelers and what to anticipate in this game? Any bold predictions that you might have?
Well, I think a bold prediction would be if we got over 300 yards of offense for the Steelers in this game. I don't know if that's going to happen on a short week. Pickett is not 100%. So I feel like the insight will just be this is going to be a very, very grinded out game for both teams. Like this is just going to be a very long game. Is probably my boldest prediction. Yeah,
I feel that as well. And then hopefully for for our sake, for the Titans fans' sake, be able to get Derrick Henry, continue to improve and keep going, because he finally broke 100 yards again last week, and we're gonna need to rely upon him. I mean, Thursday games are always just weird. They're always low scoring. It's something that I expect. And historically, we don't do well in Pittsburgh, particularly on primetime games. We've had a couple, but we've also had some absolute disasters in some games that I was really looking forward to. Like our game in 2020 when the Titans and Steelers both started off strongly. I think that was the year the Steelers started 10-0.
Mm-hmm.
I remember anticipating that game like week 6 or 7, and it was a disaster for us. I remember the Mariota 4-interception Thursday night game, and here we are with another Thursday night game. So we're going to go ahead and go into our final predictions, score predictions for this game. I'm still on the high of Will Levis. I don't want anyone to be led astray on that. But again, this is his second starting. Is going to be against the Steelers. Now, I will say though, we did see C.J. Stroud perform very well against the Steelers in a 30-6 victory this year. That was impressive. So I'm not saying it can't be done, but just on the road, short week, Steelers defense, Mike Tomlin, they're still very competitive in that division, still trying to compete and stay close to the Ravens right now. I can't go as far as to pick the Titans to win this game. I think they'll keep it close, but I think it's just you're going to see, some of the sacks start coming in. I think you'll see a Levis interception. I don't think you'll see two, but I think you'll see one. And ultimately, I do have to have the Steelers winning this game, but the Titans are still in a much better position now that they have something to look forward to at quarterback.
Yeah, I'd have to agree on that sort of outcome. I I'm thinking the Steelers will probably win this game somewhere in the neighborhood of 20-17. I think it'll be a very tight game throughout the entire length of the contest. But yeah, I think the Steelers will pull it out by probably a 3-point margin of victory.
Okay, awesome. Yes, I'll say my final prediction. I will say Steelers 24, Titans 17. What's your score prediction?
I think I'll stick to 20-17. I think it'll be a
Okay.
little bit closer than you do, but yeah, I'll stick to 20-17.
Okay, well, yeah, awesome. Elliot, I know you're not a big social media guy, but is anything you want to plug, anything at all?
I'm good. Appreciate it though.
Yeah, no problem. All right, yeah, thank you, Elliot, for joining. And again, I will be here live for the Titans versus Steelers recap right after the game. I'm sure it's going to be an interesting one indeed. Until next time, this has been MJ of Sports Fan Entertainment, and I'm out. See you all later.